to the start here. Nico Sarfati on your pole position in the Nash Motorsports. In second, we've got Jared Clark on the FMR Nash Motorsports. And in third, we've got Roman Madrigal on the also FMR Nash Motorsports card. In fourth, Gunnar Ray. There's some big contact here. Everyone, remember, we got to go on Nico's hand drop. Here we go. We're green, and we're away. Nico Sarfati gets a crazy start as we're going to go on board here with Roman Madrigal. See what he's seeing over here as the gap has already formed here. As we can see, Roman Madrigal wants to work together with Jared Clark, who's right behind him here. Big scuffle over here. Looks like Gunnar Ray is going to get a little bit sideways as Cooper Perez is trying to overtake him. And we're going to watch here as Gio Medina is all over the back bumper of Jared Clark. As Jared goes for the move on Bryce Frank here. Bryce Frank is going to be dropped now back to fourth, that is, I believe. As Gio Medina is going to be on, or sorry, that's third. Sorry, Gio Medina in fourth is on Bryce's back bumper here. Oh no, wait. Okay, I'm tripping. Gunnar Ray. Oh my, Preston Lambert's around. Cooper Perez is around. Two-card incident here. As Gunnar Ray's going to look for the inside on Gio Medina into the wall corner. We're going to see as Bacon Zelenka here is approaching the back of Gio Medina's bumper. But it looks like Gio Medina and Gunnar Ray are going to get away pretty cleanly from that with Reagan Seville right behind them. Behind that, we have Preston Lambert and Cooper Perez is going to round out your top 10 here. As there's been a breakaway here from Nico Sarfati. We're going to go on board here with Roman Madrigal again as he's going to try and close up to that rear bumper of Nico Sarfati. As Nico, he's catching hard. Is he going to make the move or is he going to push? We'll see here in this 10-lap pre-final. Not much time, really, to make moves. So you really either have to push away or you have to make a move and pull away. As we're going to go back to the external cameras here, watching Nico Sarfati and Roman Madrigal in those 1-2 positions. Nico is tucking. He's trying to get all he can out of this go-kart. With Jared Clark, a little gap back to Jared Clark and Bryce Frank right behind him. They might have to work together to get back up to these front two. As you can see, the shiny offset suit on Roman Madrigal's suit. Is he going to look for the move here? We'll see. He will. Oh, but it's a dummy. But Nico Sarfati goes really wide. Roman Madrigal is going to take the lead coming into the wall corner. This corner is sketchy, but Nico goes back down the inside. They make heavy contact. Roman's going to have to cross him up. This is bringing Jared Clark and Bryce Frank back into the battle. As Roman Madrigal, you can see him waving his hand here. He really wants to work together. And Nico gets sideways. Obviously, grass is still on his tires. Big contact there. It's going to be 3 wide and not anymore. Okay. Jared Clark is visibly upset with that there, as he could have been back up in that front two. But he still is there. Gunnar Ray as well is in this top 5. They are all in the battle to win here. Roman Madrigal has taken the lead, and Jared Clark down the inside. Big contact between Jared Clark and Nico Sarfati, dropping Nico all the way to 6th place, that is, I believe. That is going to have to be reviewed after the race. That might be a big penalty for Jared Clark here. As we go on board here with Jared, that was some sketchy stuff. Bryce Frank in all of that. Bryce Frank got the lead. Roman Madrigal in second with Gunnar Ray in third. A really big shakeup in your order. That was a big prediction of mine going in. Jared Clark is known as an aggressive driver in these series. As Roman Madrigal looks to the inside of Bryce Frank. Bryce wanted to work together, but Roman's going to try and pass him here. Who's going to be the bigger man? Are they going to keep battling, or is Bryce going to slot in and push Roman? As Roman goes a little bit defensive here into wall corner, I can see Roman is going to signal to work together again, but Bryce Frank is under attack from Gunnar Ray right behind him, and Jared Clark and Gio Medina, I believe that is, behind them still. Bryce Frank gets a little bit to the inside on the exit of the corner. Bryce signals to work together. I don't know if that's to Gunnar Ray or if that's to Roman. He's pushing Roman. Okay. Looks like Bryce Frank is trying to pull away from Jared Clark here in fourth. He saw what Jared did to Nico, and he does not want that done to himself. As Gunnar messes up the last corner a little bit, and he's going to get a big gap here. So it's going to be Roman Madrigal and Bryce Frank in a little breakaway. Back to Gunnar Ray, back to Jared Clark, and then Jared Clark has Gio Medina pretty hot on his bumper. But coming through this section, they're going to get a little bit closer together as Gunnar Ray seems to be very fast through that section as a little bit of dirt's kicked up behind them. As Gunnar Ray is right back on the back bumper of Bryce Frank. At this point, Bryce Frank looks to be the fastest on the racetrack. So we're going to have to see. Bryce Frank might have to move to the front to avoid getting attacked by Gunnar Ray here. Gunnar Ray is on the charge. Oh, big bump into the braking zone. He's going to get through. A little bit of a bump and run there from Bryce Frank, but Roman Madrigal is going to have the inside here in the wall corner. And this is a big thing the drivers know. If you swerve a driver down over the corner or over the curb in wall corner, that is going to be a 2-second penalty, which is devastating in these races. As Roman swerves Gunnar Ray all the way down to the bottom here. He's going really defensive here. He might think that second is the best he can do. As Jared Clark and Gio Medina are back in this battle. They're letting Bryce Frank drive away as there is going to be a big block here from Roman Madrigal. We're gonna go on board here with Roman as he gets shuffled all the way back to 5th, I believe that is. As Gunnar Ray is gonna be in 2nd, and now Jared Clark in 3rd. Yeah, big scuffle there as Roman Madrigal throws a big block coming into the last corner, and he's gonna get shuffled all the way back down into 5th. As I say that, oh, big move on Gio Medina, and he's gonna go way wide. That is unbelievable. It looks like Roman Madrigal might be a little bit out of contention here. He's gonna be dropped back. Who's that behind? He's behind Nico. Nico and Jared Clark had big contact early in the race, and now Roman Madrigal is gonna be behind Nico. As we know, Nico is the fastest in qualifying. He is known to be fast on this track. As Jared Clark gets sideways, sorry we missed it here on the broadcast. Jared Clark got very sideways. Now Gio Medina is gonna be all on his back bumper. I think it's in Gio's right interest to push Jared. You do not want to get on Jared's bad side here. He is known to throw some aggressive maneuvers here, as we've seen already here today. As Gunnar Ray goes to the lead on Bryce Frank. I don't know if he gets it. Sorry, I'm going to have to switch on board to Jared Clark. Bryce Frank and Gunnar Ray are going to be duking this out. Bryce Frank in the lead now. I don't know if he was before. I wasn't really paying attention. That's my bad. Oh, big wall! Oh my, Jared Clark hard in the wall. He's going to be losing his front bumper. Oh man, that brings Nico Sarfati back into 3rd with Roman Madrigal in 4th. Wow, that was big contact into the wall there. He really smacked that hard. But now we have Gunnar Ray and all that. Got back through to the front, but no! Bryce Frank back to the lead, and that's brought Nico Sarfati and Roman Madrigal back into this battle. 7 laps out of 10 have completed here. It's going to be 4 to go currently as we speak. This is an incredible battle we're seeing here. Jared Clark, a wild card, now missing his front. Oh! That's going to be a 5/10 penalty for Nico Sarfati. He's going to slow down now. He's going to take that immediately instead of just accepting that at the end of the race. That was a big cut from Nico there. Roman signals to work together, but that was smart of Nico to serve that penalty now, because now he'll still have draft. That's really smart. So that's another... Oh, Bryce Frank gets into the side of Roman Madrigal. Nico's going to go back through on Roman. Yeah, all the 4 are topped together here. Bryce Frank goes defensive. Oh, Nico further to the inside. A little bit of sketchy there, but he kind of was forced, so we're going to let it slide there as Nico goes a little bit inside on the corner there. It looks like... Oh! Hard in the wall! Nico and Bryce Frank! Both of them are going to lose their bumpers. It is now Roman Madrigal versus Gunnar Ray for the win here. 7/10 is the gap. Unreal scenes here. As Nico Sarfati gets hard into the wall with Bryce Frank. We're going to watch that one back again after the race. Wow, that looked like a grudge move. That seemed like someone was getting a little frustrated there and put the other in the wall. It looked very intentional to me, but I'm not going to say much because I will have to watch that one back after the pre-final is over, because that was really aggressive maneuver there from Nico Sarfati there. As Roman Madrigal is going to be trying to track down Gunnar Ray here. Gunnar Ray is not the force you'd be expecting, but he has been really fast. He's not been the fastest on the track, but he's about 3rd or 4th fastest on track, but he is incredibly consistent and a really good racing driver. Roman Madrigal, another one of those. He is very aggressive, not quite as aggressive as Jared Clark, but he often gets into quite a few wrecks, but when he's on the pace, and he looks to be tracking down Gunnar Ray here. We're going to see the gap coming to 2 to go at the line. We're going to see if the gap's shrunk at all from 7/10 there at the beginning of last lap, now to 4/10. 3/10 that lap caught. At this pace, Roman Madrigal might be on the back bumper of Gunnar Ray. Oh, as Gunnar Ray dips a tire. That might not be good. As Jared Clark's worked his way back up into 3rd, it looks like Preston Lambert might have a big penalty here. We're going to have to look at that one, because that might not be a fairly given penalty. We'll look to see if Preston Lambert is 3rd on track, but currently it shows him as 7th in the standings. Must have been a 5 or 10 second penalty. I assume 5, because it says he's only 10 back. But man, those penalties really sting here, as Roman Madrigal is going to be coming to the back bumper of Gunnar Ray here. And currently, your order is on track is Gunnar Ray, Roman Madrigal, Preston Lambert, Jared Clark, Cooper, man, I'm blanking, sorry. Cooper Perez, Bacon Zelenka, Gio Medina, Reagan Seville, Bryce Frank, and Nico Sarfati has retired from this race. He decided the damage to his cart was too much. He was not going to risk getting his cart damaged even more. But as I say this, final lap, white flag in the air, Madrigal to the inside. Madrigal takes the lead. Preston Lambert way far back. There's a battle behind them as Gunnar Ray looks to the inside. He's gonna go way over the grass here as Cooper Perez has taken the position over from Jared Clark. Obviously that bumper is disadvantaging him, but we're not watching that battle right now. We're watching the battle for the win here in the pre-final race. There's gonna be some big penalties, I guarantee it, coming after this race, as Roman Madrigal and Gunnar Ray are battling it out here on the last lap here for the win in the pre-final. What's gonna happen? Coming into the corner right before wall, if Roman goes defensive, half track, Gunnar's to his outside. Oh, he breaks early. There we go, a little bit of contact there, but Roman Madrigal holds the lead. A little bit of bump, but I think that's okay. I've seen it. It's a little sketchy, but, you know, Gunnar could have backed out there. Roman couldn't have. Yeah, that's a pretty big racing incident here. But as I say this, coming into the second to last corner, onto the straight, Roman Madrigal has Gunnar Ray on his bumper. Is he going to block? Is Gunnar far enough back? Oh, no, he is defending all the way to the inside. He does not want to get put in that barrier here. Coming last corner, Roman breaks early, makes sure not to hit the wall, and Roman Madrigal is going to come home to take your pre-final win with Gunnar Ray in second. It looks like Preston Lambert in third at the moment. We'll see, based on the penalties he got. Cooper Perez, fifth, sorry. Bacon Zelenka fourth. Cooper Perez fifth. Gio Medina sixth. Reagan Seville seventh. Jared Clark all the way down in eighth. Must have had a shocker of an end of the race there after he lost his bumper. And then Bryce Frank is going to round out your field ninth, and then Nico retired in 10th. All right, here we go for the final race here. Nico Sarfati, or sorry, not Nico Sarfati. He's down in last after retiring. Roman Madrigal on your pole. Gunnar Ray in second. Looks like Preston Lambert off to a crazy start here. Gets into second. Gunnar Ray's going to try and hold the outside. He's going to be fine there. Bacon Zelenka, you can see in the bright green Bacon cart there. Cooper Perez defending a little bit. Gio Medina. We've got some heavy hitters in the back of the field. Oh, Gunnar Ray gets sideways. We're going to go on board here with Jared Clark. See what's happening here as he pushes Gunnar after he got sideways there. There's a big cluster of go-karts here in the midfield. Who's that going to be off? Gunnar Ray is going to be off of the race. Off of the track there, as we're going to watch here. Bacon Zelenka leading a pack here with Bryce Frank and Reagan Seville. In front of them, we got Jared Clark already moving his way up. I believe that is third. Oh, Cooper Perez gets on the grass, spins himself out. That is unfortunate for Cooper Perez after having a really good heat race. Looks like in our front pack, we have Roman Madrigal and Preston Lambert here pulling away. Big gap back to Jared Clark, and a little bit of a gap back to Bacon Zelenka, and then Bryce Frank and Reagan Seville right behind them. Behind him, we'll see when we cross the line because I can't see very well. Nico Sarfati, Gio Medina, I can't see who's behind that. Coming to the last corner here, Jared Clark pulling a bit of a gap here. Bryce Frank looks to the inside of Bacon Zelenka, not quite going to make it stick here. Bacon Zelenka is going to hold on to that position. But Bryce Frank looks again. He really wants this. Reagan Seville now brought back into this battle. As you can see, those are our two leaders. Back to Jared as Nico Sarfati dips a wheel there in the background. We're going to go onboard here with Jared Clark. We're going to see what he's doing. Try and catch the leaders here. We'll see how this gap is looking. So currently, the gap back from Preston Lambert to Jared Clark is 1.1 seconds. So we'll see if that gap will shrink or grow as Preston Lambert and Roman Madrigal are going to be your front two. It looks visually here like Jared Clark is catching the two of them as Roman Madrigal is pulling a gap on Preston Lambert. Once Jared Clark gets up to Preston, I bet you he's going to want to get through. I don't think there's going to be much pushing there as Jared Clark is catching the both of them here. As Preston Lambert on your Nitro kart, back to Jared Clark on the FMR Nash Motorsports Mobile. Coming into the last corner here, we'll see. Jared Clark, good line through there. All over the back bumper of Preston Lambert. Coming onto lap 3, the gap has shrunk by half. Now, Jared Clark, only 6/10 of the leader. Big contact. Preston Lambert's going to be off the racetrack. Back to Bryce Frank almost with Reagan Seville, Bacon Zelenka, Nico Sarfati, Gunnar Ray, and then it looks like it's going to be Cooper Perez. It says Gunnar's a lap down here. We'll just go based off of on-track finishing positions. That doesn't matter. We'll just see where he ends up. He's going to be missing a rear bumper with Gio Medina behind him. We're watching Preston Lambert here, but I'm going to switch it back on board with Roman Madrigal. How he sees the race here, and he's racing in virtual reality here. He's got a really good view, but Jared Clark here is really the fastest on the racetrack right now. He is reeling in Roman Madrigal, and knowing Jared, he started second to last, I believe, or third to last. and he is already in second place on lap 3, catching the leader. I know Jared, he will not want to work with Roman. Even though they're teammates, they're not going to want to work together here. They're going to want to have the most fun. They're going to want to bring the third place back into the battle. So coming on to lap 4, we'll see the gap coming into this lap, 6/10. We'll see what it is coming out. On to lap 4. Roman crosses the finish line, 3/10. Jared Clark has halved the gap yet again, and now he's going to be in the draft of Roman Madrigal. We're going to see what's going to happen here. Gap back, Bryce Frank has gotten over on Preston Lambert, and Reagan Seville, you can see in the background, trying to pass him. Or maybe Preston Lambert might be going defensive. I can't tell here. But Jared Clark and Roman Madrigal are all over each other here, as there's going to be a big scuffle. It's going to be a double yellow flag, as there's a lot of go-karts went around. We're going to have a double yellow flag here. A lot of go-karts in a big incident. This is going to pack the field back up together, and you guys are going to go at the start-finish line here, as Roman Madrigal leads Jared Clark in second, with Bryce Frank, I believe that is, in third. Yes, it is. As Jared wants to hit that cone. He really wanted to hit that cone. I don't know what the deal was there. Yeah, there was a big scuffle in the midfield there. I couldn't quite see it because we were focusing on Jared trying to catch Roman here. But the green flag will drop at Roman's discretion on the front straight. So we'll see coming here. Bryce Frank, you can see warming his tires. It's going to be a single file restart. Nico Sarfati's made his way back up to fourth. Gunnar Ray from the back. He got driven off early. He's going to be back in fifth. As Gio Medina's around, we're going to have to slow down here. But Gio's past the commitment cones. Gio's going to have to slot back in at the back of the pack, unfortunately for Gio. It's going to be too dangerous to have Gio come back all the way back to where he was. So, all right, everyone group up here. See, Madrigal leading in the field here. And, oh, brake check here. There's a big brake check as he wants to pull away from Jared Clark. That is a signature Roman move. You can tell that had his character behind it. As there's going to be a little bit of bumping here from Preston Lambert and Gunnar Ray down there. Roman Madrigal and Jared Clark have already pulled the gap, as Nico Sarfati all over the back of Bryce Frank. But again, Jared Clark is again back on Roman Madrigal. We're going to see. I am sure Jared Clark is not going to be happy about that brake check there coming on the start. So we'll see what happens here between the two FMR drivers, as Jared Clark's looking to the inside, even on the S's there. I don't know. We're going to see. He's tucking. Is he going to make a move? He goes, Roman goes half defensive, and Jared down the inside. We're going to see here, coming into the wall corner. Let's see. He is frustrated here. Jared is really frustrated. We're going to see what's happening here. Bryce Frank is coming back up to the lead group here. If they keep dicing, they're going to bring the whole pack back in it, as the whole pack, as you can see on the track map on the right, is really close together, as opposed to how it was before the double yellow flag. Coming here onto the back straight, Roman Madrigal and Jared Clark. Yeah, Roman's going to look already to the inside, which causes Jared to kind of dummy block, and they're going to push here, coming to the last corner. Is Roman going to give him the bumper? Not quite, as Jared Clark just clips the wall. Doesn't do anything significant, but you got to be really careful here. Roman Madrigal looks like he's going to push Jared Clark. He does not want to battle for the lead here, but knowing Jared, I think Jared's going to start. Oh, Preston Lambert dips a wheel. Same with Reagan Seville behind, as it looks like he's going to be Bacon Zelenka shuffled all the way to the back for some reason. Preston Lambert also losing a lap here for some reason. We'll factor that in at the end. Oh, Cooper Perez looks to be out of the race here. He is backwards and off the track. I don't know what happened there, but we're looking at the battle for the lead here, as Bryce Frank is getting gapped a little bit here, as Jared Clark pulling away again a little bit here from Roman Madrigal. Coming to wall corner, there's a three-kart battle. We're going to go on board with Roman Madrigal as we switch to this three-kart battle behind Nico Sarfati. It's going to be Bryce Frank, Nico Sarfati, and Gunnar Ray here in this pack for third here. We'll see. Are they willing to push to try and catch the leaders, or are they going to battle it out here for third, for that last podium spot, for the glory? Let's see here. As you can see, Roman Madrigal and Jared Clark here seem to be pushing a little bit. Roman Madrigal is not willing to battle here, as Nico Sarfati is also... Oh, we got a rear bumper in the middle of the track. I don't know whose that is. But Roman Madrigal and Jared Clark are pushing here, as Nico Sarfati is pushing Bryce Frank for third. We're going to see here coming... Oh, Bryce Frank dips a wheel. Oh, and he's going to let Nico Sarfati through with a little wave of the hand there. Gunnar Ray still behind them in fifth, as Nico Sarfati signals to Bryce Frank to work together. They really want to catch for that first spot here. But it looks like, so far, as it is, it looks like Roman Madrigal is looking pretty steady here in second place, and he looks happy to push Jared to the end here. But I could be wrong. With 2 to go, all the attitudes change, and maybe there might be pushing for this first 12 laps. But once we get to 2 to go, as Gunnar Ray goes for the move on Bryce Frank, he's going to back out here into wall corner, as Bryce Frank Oh, goes on the inside on Nico Sarfati, hits the curb, pops his go-kart over the curbing. I don't know if that was intentional, but man, that's a scary moment. I can say when you're driving these karts and you pop over the wall corner curb, it is not fun. As we are gonna have the gap spread out a little bit here. We're gonna see Roman Magical still pushing Jared Clark here. We're gonna go on board with Roman Magical here, pushing Jared. As we can see here, coming onto the front straight. Pushing, nothing. No sort of racing action here going on. We're gonna tab over to the battle of the midfield here. We're gonna watch Reagan Seville behind Gio Medina. Oh, sorry, I missed that. There was big contact there with Nico Sarfati. Something involving Nico Sarfati. We're gonna see what happened to him here. Preston Lambert got through. Looks like Gunnar Ray and Bryce Frank are through, and Preston Lambert's back through for the 5th spot, I believe that is. Nico Sarfati dropped all the way to 6th. Roman Magical and Jared Clark still pushing out at the front. I couldn't tell if that was a work together signal or a frustrated signal here. I was watching the leaderboards there. But Nico Sarfati obviously not happy with whatever happened to him. Might have to look into that after the race about what happened there. Gonna be battles behind them. Sorry, I'm not seeing this. Reagan Seville and Gio Medina all over each other. Gio got shuffled back. He was in 5th, and now he's in 7th, battling with Reagan Seville. Bacon Zelenka all the way back there, and Cooper Perez further back even. We're going to see this battle between Gio Medina and Reagan Seville. We're going to see what happens here. Are they willing to push, or are they willing to battle here? As Nico is blocking to the inside. I don't know what he's doing here. Nico's probably
How many laps?
Very tired. It's 9. We're 9 laps in. As Reagan Seville looks to the inside of Gio Medina here, coming into the first corner. Is Gio going to try and hold it around the outside? He is. But Reagan Seville on his inside. Big contact. Gio Medina not quite going to dip a wheel, but Seville is through on him. Jared Clark in front of Roman Magical still. Sorry. We're going to look at Gio Medina still and Reagan Seville here battling for that 7th spot. Sorry. And we're going to see what is going on here. Reagan Seville and Gio Medina are been chopping it out, and Gio Medina looks to the inside here. Is he going to make the move? Yes, he is, coming into the wall corner here, in this next corner. Here we go. Let's see. Seville look back on it. Not quite. Gio Medina holds the position. We're going to go back up to this battle in the midfield. Bryce Frank and Gunnar Ray, currently in 2nd and 3rd, trying to push back up to Roman Magical and Jared Clark. We're going to see how this gap is working out here. It looks like, oh, sorry, and Nico Sarfati and Preston Lambert get together here. Preston Lambert off the racetrack. Nico Sarfati trying to work his way back up. We're going to see the gap here. It was about 6 seconds coming into this lap. Now it's about 5. They are catching very slowly. Let's see here as Bryce Frank and Gunnar Ray are going to be working together here as Nico Sarfati, behind him Preston Lambert, behind got Gio Medina, Reagan Seville, Bacon Zelenka, and then Cooper Perez. As Bryce Frank gets into the back there of Gunnar Ray, the 2 Tony Kart drivers here. Oh, another big amount of contact. They are not willing to push anymore. They have realized that the leaders have checked out, and now Bryce Frank has given the hip check to Gunnar Ray, as Gunnar Ray is going to look to the inside. He does. Not quite. Is he going to go for the move here, coming into the corner right before wall corner? He goes. Bryce Frank goes deep. Gunnar Ray's to the outside. This is going to bring Nico Sarfati back into the battle, and Preston Lambert. And maybe, if they battle even more, maybe Gio Medina and Reagan Seville here. We're going to see as Bryce Frank and Gunnar Ray looks to the inside. Nico Sarfati is there with 10 laps complete, coming to 11. Oh, Bryce Frank crosses him up. Nico Sarfati doesn't quite know where to go. As you can see Preston Lambert there. We're going to see Bryce Frank and Nico Sarfati pushing. Oh, almost to the inside there. Bryce Frank on Gunnar Ray. Didn't quite get there by the end. But Bryce Frank really wants his position back. But Nico Sarfati is going to look to the outside of Bryce Frank. Nico must be getting really frustrated. He knows he has the pace to win this race, but he got shuffled back several times. At least once or twice as Nico follows Bryce through. Oh, is he going to go all the way? Not quite. He's not going to go all the way to 3rd. He's going to be in 4th, though. Oh, big hip check. Nico off the track again. That looks like Bryce Frank pushed Nico Sarfati off the track again. What a shocker it's been for Nico Sarfati. Unlucky. Really unfortunate here for Nico. But as it's going to look like, Bryce Frank and Gunnar Ray are going to be battling here for the 3rd place. Nico Sarfati back into 6th, as Preston Lambert in 5th behind them. 12 to go with the line here. Roman Magical still pushing Jared Clark. Maybe Roman has kind of figured he needs the championship points. I know this isn't the Kart Racing Pro Texas League, but I bet you Jared Clark is frustrated because he has been involved in a big internet issue in his first race. In the second race, he had a big crash. So he really is thirsty for points. He wants to be on that podium bad here. We're going to see as Bryce Frank looks to be lifting maybe. Is he pulling back to try and get better draft from Gunnar Ray? I don't know what happened there. He might have not been doing that, but as it looked like he lifted, and Preston Lambert's going to be right behind him. Now, for that 4th spot, Gunnar Ray pulled a bit of a gap. Reagan Seville over Gio Medina right behind them. They have caught big time, but the 3rd place has lost 3 seconds now to the lead pack over the last 2 laps. They have gone from being 5 seconds back to 8 seconds back, with it going to be 2 to go here next lap. We're going to watch the leaders here as we go on board to Roman Madrigal. You can see him all over the back bumper of Jared Clark. You see them coming into the last section with, it's going to be 2 to go next time by, and I am sure this battle for first place is really going to be interesting here. As Roman Madrigal, Jared Clark starts, you can see him hesitating. He looks like he wants to go defensive. As you can see, a wide array of bumpers that looks to be Bacon Zelenka's pods all over the racetrack there in the last corner. You can see the lime green with the pigs all over him. But Jared Clark looks to be going a bit defensive here with 2 laps to go. Roman Madrigal, is he going to look for the move with 2 to go, or is he going to wait for 1 to go to make the pass here? We'll see. The FMR teammates have worked together really well. All race, pulled 8-second gap over 3rd place here. I'm sure there's a big battle back there, but we're going to watch currently this 1 and 2 battle, and we'll see how that shakes out, and then we'll watch the midfield after the battle shakes out. But currently in 3rd place, we have Gunnar Ray with Bryce Frank behind him. Looks like Nico Sarfati has gotten back by Preston Lambert. Looks like Bacon Zelenka might be cutting to try and get back in the battle. He's going to have penalties, but he might just be trying to have fun at this point. With 1 to go at the line, we're going to see how this shakes out. Jared Clark in the lead has dominated this entire final race. Started 3rd from last due to a big crash in the pre-final. As Preston Lambert is going to be off the track. Preston Lambert, a big incident. As Roman Madrigal looks to the inside, Preston Lambert is going to be out of the race, but Roman Madrigal is going to take the lead. Oh! Into the wall! Roman Madrigal, my goodness, they're still made it here. Jared Clark's lifting off the throttle. He obviously knows it's his bad. That's a good call from Jared Clark there. Lifting off the throttle, but Roman Madrigal is going to keep the lead here with the last lap. The second pack has separated big time here with Bryce Frank in 3rd. Sorry, Gunnar Ray in 3rd. It's not showing on the scoreboard here, but Gunnar Ray in 3rd, Bryce Frank in 4th, and Nico Sarfati in 5th. Coming into this S section here, we'll see what's going on. Roman Madrigal and Jared Clark. Jared's going to be all over the back bumper of Roman Madrigal. Coming through here. 2 tires over the paint. Oh, bit of a forced move there, but Jared Clark goes through on Roman Madrigal. We're going to see, coming into this hairpin here, Jared goes slightly defensive. Roman Madrigal's going to open up the corner, try and get the exit he needs. Jared Clark, big block coming into wall corner. That's a smart move. You do not want to be on the outside here in wall corner. But there we go. Jared Clark back to the lead of Roman Madrigal. We're going to see, this is another overtaking spot here. Jared looks defensive. Roman Madrigal to the outside here. Squeezed wide. What's he going to do? Does he have the run? He's got the run coming onto the back straight. Jared Clark, does he go defensive? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Swerving him all the way down. Roman Madrigal, are we going to see a move here for the first place in the end? Jared Clark, all the way out wide. Jared Clark is going to take the win here over Roman Madrigal. We're going to see this battle for 3rd place here with Gunnar Ray and Bryce Frank. Bryce Frank is going to get 3rd place with Gunnar Ray in 4th. Looks like it's going to be Nico Sarfati in 5th. And then, oh, big incident on the in-lap. Oh, my, Jared Clark, and up and over. Big crash here. Preston Lambert, no, sorry, not Preston Lambert.